See if I remember how to do this. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Appears the microphone's working. Maybe we'll get somebody in here and we'll be able to go over it. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. See if there's comments here. New timeout links. All right. Top chat. There we go. Hey, everybody. Coming in loud and clear. Appreciate it, Todd. Hopefully everybody's doing well. I am I've been cleaning the house and weighing a bunch of rifle stuff, trying to get it all figured out. And hopefully everybody's doing well. How's Abigail doing? What is up? Let me see here. Close out some of this stuff. Keith Gregory, welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk a little bit about rifles, and I got a new rifle in that I've been waiting for. I ordered one 7 months ago, and it still hasn't shown up, but it is basically this exact rifle. And for the fact that I'm leaving very soon to head off into the wild blue yonder, I wanted to make sure that I had the new rifle that I've been waiting for. So I'll have a backup if it ever shows up. But things I wanted to talk about is not too bad. Organize my pantry. Awesome. The NRL Hunter series has been phenomenal. It's been a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying the whole style of shooting that it is. It is a little bit different. And one of the things while shooting this style, like from PRS, you could have as heavy of a rifle as you wanted. That would help mitigate recoil and be able to spot your hits or misses a little bit easier because your rifle's not basically recoiling back, and it's giving you a better chance of being able to see it through the optic. So with NRL Hunter being a little bit different, I figured I'd try shooting. Hey, Steve. How are you doing today? I figured I'd try shooting factory division for 2024. I had a chance to mess with NRL Hunter last year. It was a really fun season, and it was kind of just taking in what the whole idea of the game was and how it worked, and got to meet a lot of great people, got to enjoy traveling around the U.S., and this year I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to basically bring it up a couple notches. I'm going to try to I'll hit 15 matches this year. I'll make it as far west as Oregon. And then a lot of these matches are on basically the West Coast, not West Coast, but out in the West, as they say. There's a couple here on the East Coast. Had a chance to shoot Alabama, and that was a great match. And I don't know how, but I was lucky enough to get a third place trophy out of that. With the Bagara MG Light. So I switched to the 144 Burger hybrids that are factory reloads, and I want to be shooting those this year. But I wanted to talk about this rifle and how important it is to stay underweight. So in the division that I'm in, it is factory, but it's a 12-pound. You have to have a 12-pound rifle. So you can't really mess with anything as far as, and this year I'm going to be shooting a stock where normally I'd be shooting a chassis. So this is the first rifle competition I've ever shot with a stock instead of a chassis. Some of the things is, it's a little bit different. For the most part, it's the same. You can kind of see my setup in the back. You can see that muzzle brake there. That is an Axis Works titanium 5-port brake. And the reason why it's titanium is I'm trying to shed weight on certain things. What's up, Scott? Assurance Arms, if you guys are in North Carolina. He was my FFL where I had that delivered, and he's all, your ugly rifle's here. And I'm like, well, it's not ugly. It's kind of ugly, but I like it. I like it because it's ugly. This is the Seekins. This is the Havak Pro Hunter 2, and this is the NRL version. So they make a Pro Hunter 2 that's not the NRL version, and there's only a couple differences. underneath where the Arca rail is, which was added. It was Area 419. Underneath there, there's actually some spots where you can basically add your Arca rail a little bit easier than just using either the mount. So in factory, you can't drill any holes. You can't do any tapping or drilling of any sort to a factory rifle. So the one cool thing with the NRL version of the Pro Hunter 2 is they put a better trigger in it. Basically, it's 4 ounces up to 32 ounces. So it's a little nicer trigger. It's by Trigger Tech. They're both Trigger Tech, I believe, but this one is a little bit lighter version, so you can get down into some ounces if you prefer that style of trigger pull. One of the things is basically you have to take all your gear and you weigh it. So I took this thing completely apart. I needed to anyways, just to mount stuff underneath it. But I ended up weighing everything, and I'm going to do a video strictly just on this rifle. But everything needs to be weighed, and then you need to be under 12 pounds. So how light is too light of a trigger? I'm kind of I prefer a really nice trigger, but I don't run them very light. The reason for that, for me, is I prefer a 2-stage trigger, and I'll kind of just use this as the trigger. But I like to be able to kind of touch that trigger and get it on the pad of the finger where I like it. And then I'll take the shot. Some people have very, very light triggers. And if I was to shoot one of their rifles, I would have an accidental discharge or a negligent discharge because it'd be too light for me. So I prefer something that I can kind of touch a little bit. So I don't like them super light. I like them like 1.5 pounds. Sometimes even a little higher depending on what's going on, what style shooting I'm doing. So I'm not I know a lot of guys that like them really, really light, and I like the 2-stage trigger. This is a single stage trigger, so you can't feel the wall before it breaks. Basically, it just will break, especially if it's super light. So I don't like it super light, and that's kind of the reasoning behind it. Is I'd rather just make a good shot and not ND or AD and lose the match, or safety reasons as well, but not send one over a hill because I wasn't ready for it. And yeah, you don't want your trigger in the trigger, you don't want your finger in the trigger area until you're ready to shoot, but some of those are so light that I don't want to deal with it. Boom Country, what's up? How are you? Evening, y'all. I have 2 lives, but wanted to stop in. I appreciate it. Just kind of going over it, having some fun. Got the calendar all set up and super excited. We're going to be leaving. I'm going to be leaving soon, so make sure the house is nice and clean, so when I get back, I won't be coming back to a big mess. So been working on that and been doing a lot of weighing of different rifles, trying different stuff out. And the last thing I need to do is basically that rifle is not zeroed. I haven't shot a round out of it yet. So the rifle needs to be, basically the scope needs to be confirmed at level, and all my, basically these here, this is the newest one that came in, but the ascended level, MDT bottom out, I guess, but basically it's an electronic level. And a lot of times, not a lot of times, but sometimes you'll have to calibrate these. So a lot of people will put them on their rifle and they'll instantly think it's 0, which most of the time it pretty much is, but not all the time. So definitely confirming and making sure everything is correct so that it's level, matching your reticle. Some of the changes. So I went from, I can't really grab it. I'm on YouTube, so you can't really touch live guns, but I'm going from, I can grab scopes though. So I ordered some Vortex stuff, shocking, I know. But this year, I ended up buying this scope. This is the Viper. This is what I ran last year. It's on the other rifle there. And I ended up picking up one more of these. And the reason why I wanted to try something out was weight-wise. So the Viper, the PST, is 31.8 ounces, and the Razor HD, which is this one here, the LHT, is 10 ounces lighter, so it's 21.8 ounces. The reticle is basically the same as the EBR 7C. The only difference that I found is the illuminated reticle on this one doesn't go as far out, which is fine with me. It is nice to have an illuminated reticle, especially some of the matches where you're kind of shooting in some dark alleys or shooting into some very dark bushes in the background or whatever the case is. Yeah, let's go shoot some prairie dogs, boom country. That'd be cool. But I had really good luck with this one. One of the things, not this one, but the same one, is it's a little bit different on that Razor, is the glass is from Japan. It's supposed to be a little bit better. This is glass from China, and it works very well. It has worked very well for quite a few years that I've owned that scope. One of the differences, maybe one of the drawbacks for me, was the turrets. The turrets are completely different. It's on this one, the PST, the Gen 2, the turret goes all the way to 10. And that's not really a huge deal, but when you shoot everything that is 10 and you switch to something that is actually goes to 6, it's a little bit different. So the quality of the glass, it was hard to see a difference until it started getting darker. So the glass in this one, which is the PST Viper, was good quality glass. But once it got a little bit darker or you were in more shadows, there was a difference in quality of the glass. I would zoom into like trees that were far away, into the bark, and the power on this one, the Vortex, the LHT, only goes to 22. So it's 4.5 to 22, where the PST goes from 5 to 25. So I do like having more magnification when possible, but not all the times. Saving the 10 ounces of weight can be a huge bonus, especially if you're trying to run maybe a triple pull or some other gizmo gadget on there. So there is savings there. I saved some weight on that brake there. That's the enhancer, like I said, and that brake was 4.2 ounces compared to the EC tuner, which is Eric Cortina tuner / brake, which came in at 2.7 ounces more. So there's another savings of weight there. So when you're really trying to build some type of high-end factory rifle and trying to put all your gizmo gadgets on there, it is can sometimes be tough, because I'm a huge Gen 3 Vortex guy. Problem is, those just weigh too much. You never make weight unless you didn't run anything. So your weight is with everything on it, your bipod, any gizmo gadgets that you want. This year I want to be running the HUD system again. I bought one of these and did a video years back. And what's nice about it is, as the wind changes, I can go up to the stage right prior to, kind of point where I think the targets might be, and then capture my wind. And this will give me an idea of more of an active. It kind of looks like that when you guys are looking at it. So it gives you the wind and the range distances. So as I click down, gotta go the other way, doing everything backwards here. As I click down and I want to go to different distances, say I want to go to 1,000 yards, elevation is 8.7, and 0.2 is my windage for whatever I had the last windage in. And then you can go to wind 1 and wind 2. So A little more options there. We'll be running these. If you guys aren't familiar, these, and I don't know who the manufacturer is, I forgot. But basically, this is fiber optic that goes right to the end of your reticle. So as you're looking through the scope, it has the lights. So it'll tell you if you're canted, and you can make the correction, bring it back to level, and then fire your round. But basically, the fiber optics of this gets attached, and there's 3 fiber optic wires. I think I have around here. So yeah, right. This is one for a different rifle. Basically, these 3 optics, the colors go through here. They make it to your basically right at your eye, and then you can tell if your rifle's canted to the left or the right, so you can level it up. I'm excited this year of being able to travel and shoot some matches in some different areas that I didn't get a chance to shoot. Like Alabama being one, that was a fun match. Scott put it on and did a really good job. This was his first year putting on an NRL Hunter match. The what's the name of that place? Steel City Precision, I think, was the name of the range. Really cool venue, really nice place. Super cool owner of the range as well. And it was a lot of fun. So if you have a chance, go to some of these matches. If you guys are interested in shooting NRL Hunter, if you have any questions on it, definitely leave it in the comment section here or after the video, put it in and I'll try to answer as many as I can. The rules, if you're really thinking about doing it, is nrlhunter.org, where you can find the closest match to your house. Make sure you sign up early because they do fill up, and then it would suck to have one just down the street, but you didn't get it there in time and sign up. So there's quite a few matches this year. There's 2 in Canada. I really wanted to make one of those, and I don't think I'm going to do it this year, just for the fact is the time that there is one, I'll be in Montana. So I'm going to hang out with the kids, which will be awesome. So I'm going to skip that just to hang out with the kids. But I think it's fun. I think if you guys get a chance, it's very low key and laid back compared to some of the like PRS matches. It's different shooters for the most part. There's guys that are just grabbing what they have for hunting rifles and seeing what their gear can do. And what makes it nice is, and I don't particularly hunt for the most part, but you can see a lot of the hunters out there, they kind of use it as a practice training up for when hunting season comes, making sure all their gear is working, making sure they got good zeros on their rifles, that kind of stuff. So what else is going on? I got a couple things that I want to do a review on that are, one's really cool. It's right there, that yellow box. And then it's over there somewhere. I'll talk about it for a minute. Since we're yapping, is this one. So I was at where was I at? Sportsman's Warehouse, and they had this thing called the Work sharpening system, and it's kind of cool because you can set it at what angle you want. You lock in your blade here, and you can pull it out and flip it when you get ready to do the other side of the blade. But it comes basically with, I think it's 200, let's see, yeah, 220 to 400 grit. And then you got another one that's 600, 800, and then ceramic. And then a leather throff or whatever they call it. Does it say on here? Ceramic and leather and ceramic. So you can really get a good edge on stuff. So I had a chance to do my knives that I got as a retirement from retiring from the fire service, and it's the sharpest I've ever been able to get them. So I have different ones up in the thing over here, trying to keep my knife sharp. but unfortunately I wasn't doing well at it. So I got this kit, and actually it's really worked out. It was worked out quite well. And then I'm not a huge fan of this stuff, but I wanted to try it out. And for some reason, I misplaced my Borka tool set, and I can't find the damn thing. And I needed something that would do inch pounds. When you're building rifles, you need something that's going to tell you if you have not overstressed the screws or bolts or whatever. You want to go with whatever the preferred inch pounds are when you're putting on scopes on, scope rings, building rifles of that sort. So you really want something that does inch pounds. Reason for that is you don't want to over torque something, especially on a scope. You can actually mess up kind of the parallax stuff when those clamps come down too hard on your scope. You can actually make it so that it doesn't work like it should. So having the right torque value is very important. So a couple of the things, there's lots of things that you need, especially if you're building rifles, but for the most part, so this is that actual fat wrench, and I took everything out of it. Came in with this plastic thing, but didn't give you much room. Basically, it comes with that, and then certain sockets are different Allen heads and that kind of stuff. So I shit canned that and just used the box as a container to hold everything. So kind of give you an idea what this looks like. Came with 2 batteries, but basically I got everything in here. So this is an electronic version. They make a non-electronic version, but what I liked about it was if you turn it on, you can make it where it goes to peak weight. So once you dial something in, let's say you want to put a action onto a chassis or action onto a chassis or whatever. Say you want 60 inch pounds, you can dial it in for 60 and it'll go up to 90, I believe. 90 or something like that. Oh, up to 100. So from 15 to 100 inch pounds range. So yeah, you want to get your action definitely tied down to your chassis and or stock, whatever you're doing. You want to make sure that that's correct. And then as you're building your rifle and you're putting your scope on and everything else, you want to make sure that you're at the right inch pounds. So I bought this, but I wanted to confirm it with this. So this is a Fix-It Sticks. Not a huge fan of the Fix-It Sticks because I like the Borka tool set so much better. It was a sliding ruler kind of thing that would break at the right weight. But the reason why I bought this is to confirm that this is correct as well. So as you crank on this version, this is a different version that doesn't slip, but it's a multi. So basically you're looking at 15 inch pounds to 65. So that'll pretty much do everything you need. So 15 inch pounds, 18 in there basically is usually like your scope ring kind of stuff. And then like 55, 60 for basically putting on a chassis. So having this and this, I was able to basically confirm it. So this is another little tool set I bought at Lowe's. And it's this called the Go Box Mini Ratchet, 32 piece. What's nice about it is it has a micro wrench in it, little socket set, but you basically it's just for smaller stuff like this. But to build a rifle, quite a few of these you end up needing depending on if you're running spur for scope rings or what. But basically your Allen, or not your Allens, but your stars. Like 25 is usually the one that I'm running, but what's kind of cool is you can test this out. So if I go to, let's just put in, I don't know, let's say 20. What's one with the line on it here? Let's do 25. That's weird. Never had that happen. 25. And it takes a while because it does like 15.5, 6, 7, 8. So you can get pretty damn accurate. What's nice too is it comes with a tester sheet when they tested it out to qualify it to get sent out. Here's 25.1, there's 25. They'll give you a little statistics on what they actually got. So they tested it out before. Kind of like a rifle company does when they send out shots. Let me see if this is the right size. Yep. So now I can, right now I'm on live. I'm going to switch to, I don't know why it's doing that. I might have to send this piece back. All right. So I got it on peak right now. So now, let's see if I can do it like this. I need to be able to see. So I'm going to go to right there, 25. Let's see what it says. This thing's acting up. I love it. Oh, it's on live. That's why. Can you guys hear that? It's never done this. Don't buy the electronic version. And it went back to 0. I forgot to do something, so that might have been my fault. I just got this 2 days ago. All right, so here's 22, 3, 4, 5. And memory. All right, let's see. Okay, so you hear the beep. So I went to 27.2. Kind of wanted to test it just to make sure since I'm sitting here on live. All right, so I'm going to go to 25. Where's the line at? Right there says 25. 23.2. Mine's the non-electronic version. Yeah. Hey, Vanessa. The reason why I wanted to do this is I want to do a video on it. So a lot of times I will buy stuff just to do a video on it so that I can either say it's good, it works great, or it's crap. So I don't know. We'll have to test this out a little bit more and see, but I don't like that whole noise thing that it was making. I don't know where the microphone's at on here. You guys hear that? And it could be a dead battery. It came with the battery, and you have different units you can mess with. I just run the 1-inch pounds, but I really like this kit. This kit works really good. And then I actually bought some additional. I went from 10 to 25 when it comes to these Torx heads. Here's the 10, 20, 25, and here's the 15 here. These I use a lot. Torx heads, not these ones in particular, for all the different stuff for building rifle stuff. It seems like most of the stuff I have to build with is that. So it's always good to have a few extra on hand just in case you snap one or whatever the case is. That's why I bought that knockoff ACOG. Let's see here. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about, Abigail. Other crap in here is I like to run the Craftsman. This is basically, see how they're angled here? Sometimes you're trying to get into some tough spots, and it can be a kind of a pain in the butt. And sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, I will run Loctite. I got red and blue. Red, don't use red much because usually I'm taking stuff apart. They're swapping something out for something different, but it's kind of an option. But that's kind of what's been going on here at the Isyour6covered house. Things are good. Super excited about this rifle. Once I can never point to the right spot. This rifle. I'll get back, do some reviews. I can't wait to shoot that 144 burger with it. It did well in the Bagara MG Lite, so I'm excited about that. So we'll see what happens. Who's out there that hasn't commented? Let's see. We got 22 people and 15 thumbs up. If you get a chance, hit the thumbs up button. I haven't been doing many live streams. Haven't been doing very many videos. Just for the fact is I've been getting ready to basically take off. And then once I do that, then I'll start doing videos again where I'm out and about, checking out different national parks and stuff like that. It's definitely not a channel for seeing the national parks, because those videos do not get very many views, but I do it to basically just kind of record my travels and fun that I'm having. And a lot of times I'll do some type of video of a match just to be able to confirm with taxes, IRS, or whoever that I was there at the match, as kind of being able to write off some of these matches. So definitely is what I'm doing. So I use blue Loctite on everything except my gas block. Rock set. Yeah, that's good, Abigail. So you guys have any questions, or is anybody thinking about shooting any type of matches coming up? Borrowed a Sprinter RV for a 2-day match. It was great. EP 26. Awesome. Would you do it again, buddy? Did you have the 144 inch or the 170 length? Did you have the shorter one or the longer one? I tell you, on these journeys, the last one I did was 4 months long, and this one's probably going to be a little bit longer. Having a Sprinter van is freaking amazing. It is amazing. It's super fun. It's nice that it's short and 4-wheel drive. I can get to matches that are muddy or hard to get to, or even where a lot of RVs can't get to. Having that short wheelbase is really beneficial when it comes to getting to some of these spots, but the downfall is, okay, nice. It was the 144. Yeah, the downfall is the size and being able to carry your stuff. Now, the one I have is set up where the bathroom and the shower are permanent. Some of them have like where you can roll down curtains to go to the bathroom or to take a shower. So you have more kind of open area to deal with. And there's bonuses to that, but I do like having where I can just jump in, take a quick shower after the match, and not have to set up walls and all that kind of crap. So I do prefer that, but it gets tight in there with all the stuff. You figure a guy's got 4 months worth of ammo, a couple rifles, all his clothes, all his crap. It can get a little filled up in there, but it's definitely, the benefit is huge, especially if you're camping out on some lake or something. You set up some chairs and you're hanging outside basically most of the time, and then you kind of just use it as a place for the bathroom or to go to bed or whatever. So then it really works out well. The cold areas, like when you're up in Montana or wherever and there's a bunch of snow, it is you're kind of stuck in that thing. And it could be worse. You could have like a 4Runner with a tent on top where you gotta get out of your elements and get in there and get it all built so that you can have a place to sleep. So it's definitely a lot nicer than some things, but I like to complain about something. So sometimes it fills up a little bit too quick. So that is the downfall, but it works good. I love it. Hopefully I can run the match in full kit and see how it works better than dry fire and training at the range. Yeah, you can, if you can do that, you're definitely going to come out of it with learning what gear worked, what didn't work, maybe some stuff that was in the way. Maybe I want to move my mags to the left or the right or up or down. And that's how you find out if it works or not, for sure. Actually, behind me, you can see that there's a backpack that's attached to my tripod. So I'm actually trying some different stuff out this year. One being using the Kestrel HUD. Two being just my setup of my gear being different. I'm not running my binos on my chest this year. I'm actually running a couple different things this year than I did last year, just to see if I can be more proficient with time when it comes to getting ready at each stage, being having everything kind of just there and ready to go instead of fumbling with stuff. So I'm going to try that this year. I did it for one match. It seemed to work okay. Basically, I was having trouble with that new barrel on the Bagara. I felt like I was chasing it. It was a brand new barrel. I started the match with 40 rounds. And as you shoot a rifle, it starts to speed up. Your velocity does. So when I was thinking I was shooting high, I tried to take it down a tenth or two, depending on how far the distance of the target was. Sometimes it'd work, sometimes it wouldn't. I'd try to ask the RO afterwards, hey, do you think I was shooting high on those? And then just kind of guessing throughout the day. So I didn't hit as many targets as I was hoping for, but I came out okay. Somehow I got a top third. So let's see. I sleep closer to the ground now. Days, no ladders to reach the sleep area. Mine, you don't have to. You don't have to really jump up. I guess it depends on how tall you are. Medkit's good if you can reach it with both hands for sure. So it's kind of either in the center of your back or somewhere, depending on if you have a large injury to one hand, being able to reach it from the other is key. So now that you have a year under your belt, what are your thoughts on the AB binos? It's a must. It's a must-have. I'm running the Furies. I've had those since they came out quite a few years ago now. I will say that they're slower than the new SIG 10Ks, but I do not like the SIG's blue lenses. I'm always been a big fan of Vortex, and the applied ballistics inside range finding binos is a must. It's not a must, but it is a must when it comes to time saving. So if you're going to run a rangefinder and a set of binos on this style matches that we're shooting for NRL Hunter, if you find your target, then you got to switch over to now your range finding, but now you really have to find your target again. And depending on how the stage is set up, a lot of the targets are basically the same, meaning say there are coyotes looking left or looking right or whatever kind of example. You may find that target, but it might be the wrong coyote. So the one thing that I'm doing on, and it's kind of, I might as well grab it if I can remember where the hell it's at. Oh. Is I run the binos on an Arca rail, and I use my tripod. So when I find that target and I range it, I'm locking this in so that when I go to get off glass and write down what my dope is on a dope card, it's already set on that target. So usually it's a left to right type of target, or it's a near to far. So if I find the target on the left, I know that after I get back on the binos, I'm going to be going right. Where before I would put the bag on top, I'd throw it on there. I'd find, I'd have a medium down here. I'd find the target, and then it would be sitting up there, but who knows if it moved or not. When I go to write down the thing and I get back on it, I had to confirm that it was the same target, so it'll save you a little bit of time. So even not having to switch back and forth from binos to rangefinder, you still with these, you can find the target, range it, And then you still got to go down here, write it down, or unless you have a really good memory, and then you got to get back on glass. So that's the bonus to that. So the applied ballistics in here to kind of answer your question. I use my Kestrel, and I use this mostly for just a rangefinder. It does have the applied ballistics in there, and I have used it at matches where it does give me my dope, but it's just faster for me to range it. It says 725 or whatever yards, and then I can write it down on my dope card down here because I got to scratch off 725 anyways. So, and then my data is on my wrist or through here. I just go to whatever the 725 distance is and figure out what my wind is. So hopefully that answers your question, Buzz. James Buzzy Clown. If you have any more, that was a great question. I appreciate it. So EP 26, would you go with the longer one or would you go with the shorter one, Dan? My mom was like 4'11". You're 6'3", Vanessa? Holy shit. Damn, girl. That's tall. That is tall. Good for you. I wish I was 6 foot. I'm just a short 5'8", which is fine. I wish I was a little taller though. Built like a Valkyrie. That's funny. James, have you shot any of the NRL Hunter matches? Built like a stealth archer. I'm excited to try this new rifle out. There's a lot of changes I'm doing this year, which is probably going to suck. The reason why I say that is I've always been a big chassis guy. Now I'm going to shoot a stock. This Vortex is a six turret, 6 mil turret. So we'll see how that does. I think it'll be okay though, because until you dial out to like 700 and something yards, depending on elevation and environmentals, I think it's like 820 or something. I actually have to get in past the 6. Let's see what's on here. I think this one had the yeah, this was the 144 burgers. So let's just check here. So when I get past 800, so at least with the environmentals that were punched in at the time, 6.1 gives me to 800. So I can shoot anything inside without having to do a full rev, which won't be a big deal. Another thing I'm doing is this right here, the OBI. These are basically things where you can click these on your chest, on your tripod, and they're on your rifle as well. You can click your rifle onto your chest so you have 2 hands free if you're trying to do something, or if you're just tired of holding on to it, let the weight of your pack take the rifle weight, which is nice. The new rifle, this one haven't figured out a way yet to mount some type of OBI where I can run it on there. So I'll be carrying the rifle in hand to all the stages, which is fine. Enduro. I don't know what that is, Abigail. I don't know. But I got a big old thing of clothes over there. I got RV toilet paper, bed sheets, towels, pants, shirts. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get cracking. Shorter for agility since it was borrowed. The storage was already filled filled up quickly with all my stuff. Yeah, understandable for sure. The one thing I bought last year that I truly love is the Coleman 4-in-1 camping. It's basically a griddle, a grill, a stir fry deal, and regular where you can put your pan right on the flames kind of deal. That thing, I used the shit out of that thing last year, cooking burgers and steaks and eggs and bacon and all sorts of stuff. And it was really cool. So if you guys were interested in like a smaller, maybe a 2-person, or you could probably put like four, five, 6 big burgers on there, but it's not like massive. So you can't cook like tri-tip and shit on it. But it works super good for even heating up cans of Denny Moore stew. I mean, I use that thing for all the meals, except when I was out in towns where I had fast food available. But the thing worked great. Coleman 4-in-1. I think they're like $100 or something, maybe less than that. Runs on those little propane gas tanks, the green ones. Thing worked great. If you're thinking about getting a Sprinter van and you have, say, a wife and kids, it's not the vehicle for you. I will say that having a Sprinter van over an RV is really cool. I had an RV, like a 32-foot Tiffin back in the day, and it was nice having all the storage and stuff, but it was what's the best Sprinter van meal you made? Just some good steaks. I was in Devil's Canyon. Where was I at? It's in Oregon. Devil's Canyon, something like that. And my son actually, he was driving his Toyota 4 or Toyota Taco, and he has some like overlanding stuff for it. And we were out there, and we cooked some really good steaks, made some great burgers. But yeah, that was the best thing. It was probably some steaks or some burgers. Signed up for my first NRL. Nice. Arbuckle, California. Shooting skills with Bagara B14. Wilderness with Vortex 3-8. Strike Eagle. Marco, you're going to have a great time, man. You are going to have a lot of fun. I know you're going to have fun. I can guarantee it. Especially if you're shooting skills. Ask questions. Tell them what you want out of the ROs. Because as a skills shooter, you can say you want a little bit of help or a lot of help. And the ROs are always really good, especially for the skill shooters. They're going to give you, they'll help you out, find the targets and stuff. Just have a good zero when you go, and have some type of dope card, whether it's, on your wrist is one of the preferred spots. That way you have some idea what your dope's going to be. I do it in every 25-yard increments. Because usually it's like a couple tenths in between there, depending on the distance, and you can pretty much guess. So if, say, you have every 25 yards, but you have something at 735 or something, just kind of split whatever that number is, and that should hit the target. The targets aren't super small, but you're gonna have a good time, Marco. I'm really glad to see you on here. I'm really trying to promote NRL Hunter and get more people involved in the NRL Hunter series because it's so much fun. I mean, the matches are filling up and all that kind of stuff. It's not that it really needs to be helped promoted, but I really just enjoy the way the sport's set up, and it's neat to have to go find and engage the targets. So congrats, Marco. You're going to have an awesome time, buddy. Maybe after the match, somehow on one of these channels or one of the videos I do, give me an update how it went. How many rounds would you most likely need for a 2-gun match? Depending on if it's a 1-day or 2-day. But I would say, let's say a 1-day. It kind of depends on what you want. Usually when you sign up for it, it'll say, give you kind of a round count usually I didn't really shoot much 2-gun. It was all 3-gun stuff. So they would give you what you probably needed for the shotgun, the rifle, and the pistol. But I would say basically bring a couple hundred rounds of each for a one day. And then, especially if you have it anyways, just bring it. Sometimes you'll have stages where it'll be all rifle. We used to call them, what the heck do we call them? I can't remember. But it'll be a stage where it's like a lot of something. Usually it's a shotgun one or your gas gun where you'll have to run like a jungle run, we used to call them. So there's times when that one stage, I think I did one that was 65 rounds, and it depends what you're doing and how many targets there is, of course, but it was a big 2-day match, and it was a bigger match. So it was like a 65 round count. I remember having what did I have on there? The Magpul 60, and then I had to switch to a regular 30 round mag. So it all depends. Are you shooting many rimfire matches this year? No, Todd. I'm actually I got a new rifle that Desert Precision is sending me for 22, but I'm really this year I'm going to be gone so much. I mean, almost every weekend. I won't be able to shoot 22 till after July. Because like in March, like every weekend is basically full. April, almost every weekend is basically full. And this is all over the place. Oklahoma, Wyoming, Idaho. This one's Utah, Montana, and Oregon. And then I'm going to hang out with the kids during that weekend. That was when the Canada one was. And then that weekend, pretty much full. I think there's 1 week off. But that's North Dakota, Price, Utah, Cody, Wyoming, and Clovis, New Mexico. And then, yeah, once July hits, then I'm pretty much done until Grand Slam. And Grand Slam's not till the 9th of August. Actually, that's my birthday on the Grand Slam. So August 9th. So I got some time. Once July hits, I'll have time to shoot some rimfire stuff. I don't have any dates available for any 22 matches. You can extend the tube because of whatever class you're in or the shotgun that you have. Because I know I have 2 shotguns and they'll hold 12 plus 1. Let's see. Shooting skills with the Bagara B14 Wilderness. I'm not familiar with that one, Marco, but I'm sure it'll work good. What caliber is it in? What caliber are you shooting, Marco? 6.5 Creed or something else? Just don't burn yourself out. Yeah, by the time I get back, it's pretty good because I'm traveling and seeing all the national parks in between. So I don't get too burnt out. Towards the end of the season, yeah, I do get burnt out. Usually around like October, November, December, I'm basically done. I don't even want to pull the trigger. But this one's more, I'll get to see more sights. It'll be a lot of the same stuff I've seen. I will say the prettiest match that I went to was Cody, Wyoming. That was called the Gunworks match. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, pretty scenery. I mean, I went to a lot of matches that were, pretty, but that one was the prettiest of them all, per se. You can see I got this stupid pad right here. So basically that's a foam pad, and then I got a strap and some P cord wrapping around, holding that damn thing on there. It's kind of ugly looking, but I'm working on some other stuff. So you can't mount anything. So you can't drill, you can't do anything. I can tape stuff on. I can do magnetic stuff that has like adhesive on the bottom. So I still got some options on what I want to do, but basically I just need to zero that rifle and I need to get 100 rounds through it and see if it speeds up so I can get that done and out of the way so I don't have to deal with that at a match. That's awesome. Let's see. Mossberg 500, the 590 can be extended, but not the 5. Oh, gotcha. Quad load, girl. I used to like the shotgun. Shotgun was, and shooting 3-gun was kind of not my favorite, but I did not mind doing the shotgun stuff at all. It was fun. A lot of people are seeing, we got VOD, Virtue of Defense, down here in North Carolina, and they've been putting on a lot of 2-gun matches. And I think the reason is a lot of people they don't want to deal with the shotgun stuff, which I understand, but it's a lot of fun too. I'm on like 9 or 10 months now of not smoking, so I'm super excited about that. Did that for 36 years. I need to practice quad loads. I'm okay at double loading. Yeah, the one part that's tough is if you haven't opened up your loading port for your shotgun. It can be pretty tough, especially if you haven't opened it up. But if you can get it down where it's not opened up, that's really good. It definitely makes it easier once you grind it away and load it up. Kind of V it out, kind of put a mag well in it, basically. Makes it easier. Much easier and faster. But now a lot of people are just shooting open shotguns. So thanks, Tim. I'm super excited about it. I know it's, well, I guess for people that have never had the crutch, it's a tough one to fight. And I'm proud of myself for being 10 months in right now. You cut that barrel down to 19 inches. Gotcha. Let's see, where'd he go? Where is he at? Oh, Marco, are you still here? What caliber did you end up? What caliber are you running? Nice job, Abigail. Nice job. 2 more years. Oh, you're talking about me. What kind of shotgun ammo gets used in the 2-gun matches? 2-gun matches usually don't have a shotgun. They kind of went from 3-gun to 2-gun and they got rid of the shotgun because a lot of people didn't like it. Next is a light mount and Hogue stock and forend. I've been drinking a lot of water too. I went to these. Some of you guys that are been around forever, I was a huge sweet tea drinker, and then I went to these, and I've been drinking a lot of water. So I've just been filling these up with water and drinking that. So that's helping. I still got a belly though. I've been eating sugar other ways like candy and stuff, so it's not helping. Same here. I drink a gallon of water every day. Yeah, I've been doing good. If you guys have you heard of the right? See this right here, this water filter. So you know how they have what is it called, Briley's or whatever. This is the 0 one. I've had the other one, Zerta or whatever the hell it's called. This one here takes out everything. It's freaking amazing. 0. It is a really good water filter. My water's like, if I leave and come back like a couple months later, I got like a film in my toilet of like that hard water basically. kind of rusty looking. So I drink everything out of that filter. Yeah, drinking sweet tea is some sort of law. Yeah. The problem was I was drinking a grown man's calories consumption just in sweet tea a day. And I was doing that every day. I mean, I was killing sweet tea. I mean, killing sweet tea. Everywhere I went was a jug like this big or bigger. If you look at some of my old videos, and just trying to be healthier. I'm 52 now. Um, and I want to continue shooting. Yeah, Brita, that's the one, EP. That one, the zero one, is freaking amazing. I had the Brita before. No tea for you, Abigail. But that's kind of what's been going on. It's been kind of a almost just a process of just getting everything ready for leaving again. Excited about it. Excited about it and not excited about it. It gets lonely on the road. I see a lot of cool stuff, but no soda either. Yeah, I'm not a big soda fan unless it's got Crown in it. Crown and Coke every once in a while. But other than that, nope. Do. How long have I been yapping? Where's the time at? Oh, right there. It's been an hour. Wow. All right. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. Caffeine free Coke and Seagram 7. There you go. I'm getting off the Mountain Dew kick. God, I hate Mountain Dew. I did never like that stuff. I always called it cat piss. Replacing it with Celsius drinks. Still get the caffeine, but only 10 calories. There you go. That's awesome, Todd. It really is. I mean, I've been trying to eat better. Problem is, here's my problem is when I make a meal, it's usually like it's for two, but it's just me. So I end up eating twice as much shit. If you buy like chicken breast or something, there's a couple in there or whatever. It's like, I'm like, well, I might as well just eat that so I don't have to wrap it up. Yep. Abigail likes her whiskey and bourbon. I remember that from before when she was a Floridian. Now she's a what the hell's where are you at again, Abigail? I always ask you this because I can't remember. Somewhere up north. Girlfriend has me starting a carnivore diet with her too, so we will see how that goes. That's awesome. Oh, you're back in Florida? Oh, no shit. If I'm drinking, I'll take scotch on the rocks all the time. Oh man. Yeah, let's see. I'm mostly a boring guy. I drink the same shit, eat the same foods. So if I'm gonna drink, it's usually Crown and Coke. I'll take a Crown and Coke over a beer all day long. I'm not a big fan of the beer flavor. I'm not even really a big fan of drinking much, honestly. I couldn't even tell you. It's probably the cruise when I was my last drink, maybe, which was a long time ago now. I'm gonna go on another cruise. I'm excited about that. That's at the end of the year, though. I've been trying to eat more protein and vegetables. Yeah, I've been eating a lot of like egg whites, a lot of beef. Um, Not doing a carnivore diet, but for the most part, like I'll just make something at home now compared to fast food because I'm gonna be driving all over the hell and then basically get stuck eating a lot of fast food on the road. So but I'll be moving around a lot more and doing things, so that'll be good. So I'll burn some more calories there. Yeah, I'll be stuck in a car for hours and hours, but I'll be out seeing stuff, so that'll help. Hopefully, next time you see me, I might be 300 pounds. I don't know. Smoothie bowls. What the hell's a smoothie bowl? Is that even a thing? Is it a smoothie or is it a fruit bowl? How can you have a smoothie bowl? Is it a bowl with which could have been a glass? Come on, Abigail. Let us know. Let's see what people are doing in Florida. Let us know. Let us know. Kinda, but I add whole fruit, honey, and granola. Oh, those are like, what are those called? Parfaits or parlays or whatever the hell it's called. If you're putting oatmeal in it, which it'd fill you up a lot better. There's so much stuff they used to say was good for you, but now it's not. It's like eggs. They say eggs are good for you. All sorts of shit that you normally, red meat was bad. Now they got carnivore diets, and when you're on a carnivore, they've been getting really good results. So it's like everything they said was good is bad. Everything that was bad is good. I don't know what the hell's I don't even know what's good for you anymore besides water. Like, I don't know if any food's good for you. It's like rice and all sorts of stuff. I also do 30 minutes of cardio every day. I wish I was doing that. Yeah, there's so many times I go, hey, I need to go do something. Then I'm like, I go sit on the couch. I'm like, damn it. Which is bad. That's good for you, Abigail. I love it. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Well, I think we're going to be done for the night. Kind of just want to say hi, visit with all you, and work out to build muscle every day. These national parks should be good places to hike and get some cardio in. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of cool stuff to see. Oh, Marco finally gets the 6'5" Creedmoor answer. Okay, I was wondering. Yeah, I asked a long time ago. I don't know if he came back or not or what. Healthy and dangerous. Yeah. I tell you what, the world is wacky. I don't want to get all political on everybody because it's not really politics, but it is. Whew. The world is a scary place. It is. So what you're doing, Abigail, is a great idea. For sure. What happened? Why'd you move anyways, Abigail? Did you couldn't handle the winter? You're gonna have fun, Marco. I can't wait to hear back. Hopefully I get to hear back from you and see what your experience was. I'm super excited about that. I got a buddy in Idaho I've been trying to convince to go shoot a match. So when we're out there, maybe we will, but he's still up in the air. He's not really into competitive shooting, but he is a big hunter, so he's kind of interested. Why'd you retract your answer? Sorry to hear that, Abigail. I hear you. Sorry to hear that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it was a pleasure to talk with all of you. I'm going to get out of here. Oh, last October. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. I'm with you on that one. The fun, the not so fun single life. All right, you guys take care. Have a good one. And Marco, hopefully I hear back from you later on, along with the rest of you guys. See ya. Yeah, anytime, Marco. If you got any questions, just leave them in the comment section. I'll try to get to them. Bye, everybody.